Okay. Hello everyone. Good morning to all of you. Start करेंगे. So yesterday we started with our first chapter, right? What is the name of the chapter? Nature, scope and objective. So in the chapter nature, scope and objective, first we understood what do you mean by the term called what? Financials. So when we talk about the financial statement, how many things comes to our mind? 5 things. Balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, notes to account, statement of changes in equity. Then we understood the question ki why company prepares the financial statement for its own user. So many users are there. Who is our first user? What purpose he uses it for? Strategic decision making and day to day. Top level management will use it for strategic and lower level for the day to day. What is the second person? What do they expect from the company? Dividend and performance of the company. Who is the next one? Creditor क्या करेगा भाई? He will check your which worthiness? Credit worthiness. Who is the next person? What the lenders will do? Government is only interested in your tax liability, right? Employees are interested in bonus. And customer is my potential investor. And last but not the least, research scholars. They give you 2 things, investment opportunities and clear everyone. After that, we have understood कि are these unaudited very well or these are audited very well? Where do you get the more confidence? When they are audited. So it means to understand what do you mean by audited financial statement. First, we have to understand the meaning of word called audit. So now without looking, you can tell me the whole definition which we did yesterday. There is no definition. Meaning as per essay 200. What is essay 200? Overall objectives of an audit, conducting the audit by following standards on auditing. So this is a mother standard of all. In this essay 200, we are going to understand everything. So essay 200 actually touches all the series. I told you that we have a 200 series, 300 series, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will touch each and every series. That is why it is called the mother standard of all. Right? Now, what is the definition? What is the meaning of audit? Independent and system. Stop. What do you mean by the term called independent? An auditor should be an officer and employee of the company, or he should be an independent person. No family relationship, no financial relationship. He should not dance on the wishes and directions of the management. And auditing is an ad hoc process, a systematic process. First we engage ourselves, then we take the appointment letter, then we acquire the knowledge of the client's business, then we check their internal control system, then we check their accounting system. After that, we make our program planning and then execution take place. So it's a very systematic kind of process, right? Independent and systematic examination of what? Are we interested in non-financial information or not interested? Not interested. So we are only and only interested in financial information. Right? What is the next thing we understood? Of an entity. So is the audit only takes place of a company or every organization? अच्छा टैक्स हो गया क्या तुम्हारा? पीजीबीपी हो गया? नहीं स्टार्ट हुआ अभी पीजीबीपी. अच्छा पीजीबीपी में एक सेक्शन आएगा 44AB. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द सेक्शन? अभी 44AB क्या बोलता है कि इफ योर टर्नओवर एक्सीड्स 1 crore और इफ योर प्रोफेशनल टर्नओवर एक्सीड्स 50 lakhs, then in that case what will happen? Tax audit will happen. Are you getting the point? So if you are not getting audited under the Companies Act, you may get audited under any other act, but audit is what? Compulsory. Are you getting the point? Next point, what we have understood, कि yes, it doesn't matter whether you are a profit oriented or अच्छा, being a section 8 company, audit will take place. Non-section 8 company, audit will take place. Profit making company, audit will take place. Loss making audit will take place. And we are not even bothered about 3 things. What are the size, nature and structure? So that also does not change our mind as an auditor, and we only do the audit to express one thing. What is that? So do we give the guarantee or opinion? Opinion किसके ऊपर देते हैं? Financial state. And what do you mean by opinion? Absolute assurance or reasonable? But ultimately, who was not happy? So government wanted more burden or less burden? On whose shoulders? So they introduce which section? 143 subsection 12. So what is the name of the section, everyone? Duty to report a fraud. Now this section says that if you are an auditor, sir, which auditor? Statutory auditor, cost auditor, secretary. You were doing your audit. While doing your audit, you comes across a fraud. Your duty is to report it to the central government within. Second problem, sir, who is central government? Secretary of Ministry of Corporate. So now third problem was कि how much fraud we should report. Fraud तो 100 rupees का भी होता है. Fraud takes place of 100 crores also. So they said that कि when you come across the fraud, na, auditor should quantify the fraud. After quantifying the fraud, if the fraud amount comes to less than what, then what is your simple duty? Report it to audit committee. But if there is no audit committee, then board of it. Within how many days? 2 days. Your duty is over. But if the fraud amount is greater than equals to what? 1 crore, then the same process we have to follow, but we have to wait for how many days? After 45 days, two things will happen. Either reply will come or reply will not come. If the reply comes or does not come, you don't have to wait. As an auditor, you have to prepare your report on fraud in the next how many days? 15 days. So 45 plus 15 total 60 days. So if the reply will come, we'll attach the reply with our report on fraud and we'll send it to the central government via post. As per which format? What is the form number? 82. On whose letterhead? Auditor's letterhead. And we will send it via post via RPID. What is RPID? Registered post. If that option is not available, speed post. But yes, yesterday I forgot to tell you कि if you are sending the speed post na, then make sure that you are also sending one email confirmation. See, email confirmation is not required if you are sending via RPID. But speed post में क्या होता है? देखो sir, speed post में the postman will go and he will deliver the item. By the tracking ID, you will come to know that your article is delivered. But question is, in whose hands it is delivered, that is not sure, na? That name will not be written. So for that confirmation, you have to send one what? Email. So you send an email to Secretary MCS, sir, I send this post. This is the tracking ID. Did you receive that post or not? If he sends you back the email, yes, I received, that means your proof of delivery is there, right? And finally, if I fail to report this within 60 days, is there any penalty on auditor? So, bhaiya, if it was a fraud relating to the listed company, what is my penalty? And it is unlisted then? Now, what I'm going to tell you, listen to it very carefully. This point, penalty wala point is basically your what? Amendment. It is what? Amendment. Actually, the penalty was 1 lakh to 25 lakhs. What was the penalty earlier? It doesn't matter which company fraud you are reporting, but the penalty was 1 lakh to 25 lakhs. Now, recently, under the Companies Amendment Act 2021, it has been recently changed. What is the change has come? Okay, now, if it was a fraud of listed company, you will be directly charged to a penalty of what? Acha, is it up to 5 lakhs or off 5 lakhs? Off. Flat penalty of 5 lakhs, not even a single rupee discount. Are you getting the point? And if you are an auditor of a which company? Non-listed company, then the penalty will be what? 1 lakh. Up to this point, any doubt or no doubt? No doubt. Abhi now the next thing which you have to understand. Abhi kya karenge sir? The whole chapter is covered under SA 200 now. So we have yesterday started SA 200. Now we move ahead one by one and we'll understand what SA 200 is all about. Now see, the next thing which you have to understand is known as qualities of an auditor. What is the next topic? Because sir, once you become a chartered accountant in practice, it is very important for you to understand that people start expecting a lot from you. Let me tell you one thing. Now you are behaving like a student. The moment you will get qualified, when you will go outside in the market, when you will tell to the people that I am a bloody chartered accountant, then they will start expecting a lot from you. Sir, what kind of expectations? They will start expecting that you know everything. Are you getting the point? They will start expecting that you do everything. Everything relating to the chartered accountant's work, But you from inside have to tell yourself, do you know everything or not? So that's why they are saying that SA 200 says that ki these are the following qualities what a chartered accountant in practice must have. So sir, when we talk about the qualities are broadly classified into two parts. One is known as personal qualities and one is known as professional qualities. What are the two types of qualities? So personal qualities means what? Ki, acha, tell me one thing. Why today people respect, accept and recognize the word of a chartered accountant? अगर मैं आज के टाइम पे, if any client comes to me, even though he is a so rich fellow, but if I will tell him that ki your financial statements are not good or your audit report is not good, then in that case he will believe me. Why? Even though he's running the business for 365 days, but if I will tell him your business is running very poorly, he will believe me. Why? Because we are the doctors of financial market. We are the doctors of which market? Like say for example, if you are running through any kind of problem, do you go to doctor and get it diagnosed or not? We are the doctors of financial market. Remember one thing, today after 10 years of practice, I can literally say that कि whenever client comes to my office and he shows me his financial statement, just within 5 minutes only I can tell him कि whether your financial statements are genuine or ingenuine. Now the question arises how? Like the doctor touches your hand and touches your nerve, tells you that कि whether you are suffering from this or that or not. Same is the case. We are also the doctors of which market? Financial market. So they expect that कि Indian economy का जो backbone है, वो है these three professionals. Chartered accountants, cost accountants and company से. एक लॉ को देखता है, एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को देखता है, एक फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम को देखता है. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? तो वी आर द फाइनेंशियल डॉक्टर्स ऑफ इंडियन मार्केट. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? तो दे एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम अस सम पर्सनल क्वालिटीज. पर्सनल मींस this should be in my character, right or not? Like you will see that every chartered accountant you will meet throughout your life, he will be definitely having these qualities. What is the quality number one? Quality number one is known as integrity. What is the name of the quality? Sir, integrity का मतलब क्या होता है? You should always be honest towards your work. You should always be sincere towards your work, and you should always be straightforward towards your work. What is the three names or what are the three words of the word called integrity? Honesty, sincerity. देखो sir, people are paying you just to get your signature. You have a lot of responsibility on your shoulder as a chartered accountant. So you have to be very much honest towards your work. You have to be very much sincere towards your work, and you have to be straightforward. देखो, honesty and sincerity I can understand कि you can correlate. But what do you mean by this straightforward? अच्छा, just now we have done section number 143, subsection 12. When I saw the fraud has happened, did I even think twice that कि what my client will think of me if I'll report it to central government? Did I think like that? Or I directly reported? क्योंकि भैया मेरे ऊपर पेनल्टी है. If I will not report, अगर मैं क्लाइंट के बारे में सोचूंगा तो that 5 lakh penalty client will not pay ना. 5 lakh penalty will go out of whose pocket? So central government has said that कि you have to be straightforward. The moment you come to know that कि there is any error, there is any fraud in the client's financial statement, report it to me directly. Otherwise you will be penalized. So straightforwardness, sincerity and honesty put together is known as one word. What is the word? Integrity. Sir, what is the second quality which is expected from me? Oh भाई, ये क्या था? मैं तो लगा छत गिर रही है. ऐसे होता रहता है क्या? हाँ, फिर ठीक है. Okay, what is the next thing everyone? The next quality is known as what? Objectivity. अब सुनो, objectivity का मतलब क्या होता है? Objectivity का मतलब होता है be impartial and be unbiased towards your duties. What do you mean by impartial? अगर मान लो, अच्छा, say for example, I am the auditor of one company. ठीक है? One company appointed me as an auditor. My wife is working as an MD in that company. Now tell me what I will be? Partial and little bit what? Biased. Because I know that if I will give a negative report on this company, the share price of this company will fall down. Goodwill of this company will fall down. Ultimately, whose job will be in danger? My wife's. So what the objectivity says that keep yourself away from those kind of engagements and assignments where you have a threat of losing your objectivity. If you think that you will become partial, if you think that you will become biased, it's better to accept those kind of audits or it's better to avoid. So what is the second quality expected from me? So tell me quality number one, integrity. What do you mean by integrity? Honesty, sincerity, straightforward. You have to be straightforward. Don't say sorry like this. Say sorry like this. Are you getting the point? So there are two methods of saying the sorry. One is direct sorry. One is saying I am sorry. Are you getting the point? So I am sorry वाला concept जो second वाला concept है, that is called indirect. Are you getting? Sometimes our parents also say na, when we want something in our life, we never say directly to our parents. Are you getting? Suppose you need a bike, or suppose you need a scooty and all, or suppose you need a very what do you say, expensive dress, or you need a branded shoes and mama, oh mama, you know you are very cute, amma. I know you are very cute. My father has taken the best decision of his life. तो वो क्या होता है, वो that is called maska, buttering. So that is called direct talk or indirect talk. That is not required in the auditor's life. Auditor has to be what? Straightforward. And what do you mean by objectivity? Impartial and unbiased. The third quality which is expected from me is known as what? Independent. What do you mean by independent? There should be no witchy relationship, financial relationship, there should not be any family relationship. क्योंकि if I will get a financial, अच्छा ये बताओ, you know that LIC का IPO is coming. अगर मेरे पास LIC के 1 lakh shares है, and if I will be appointed as an auditor of LIC, now tell me what kind of report I will always give? Positive. Why? More and more positive report means more and more share price will go up and more profit will come in my pocket. Am I correct or not? So am I becoming independent here or non-independent? So they are saying that if you think that you have a financial relationship or if you have a family relationship, better to avoid that agreement. First of all, you won't avoid, you will be disqualified under section 141. You have done that in law. You are not allowed to hold any securities. You cannot be the officer or employee. All that you have done in law. So basically they are saying that try to be a which person? Independent. So tell me the three qualities. Integrity. What is my fourth quality? The fourth quality is the most important quality, that is called confidentiality. Sir, yaad rakhna, we are the treasure of our client. When we go and do the audit of our client, sometimes while doing the audit, we will come across so many confidential informations, sensitive informations and secretive informations of our client. Or this is a proven fact that the auditor has to keep his ears and eyes open but always keep his mouth shut. This is a rule you have to remember. Always keep your ears and eyes open, but always keep your mouth shut. Even if it is a positive information about your client, even if it is a negative information about your client, you are supposed to keep your mouth shut. Anybody gives how much, देखो सर, अपने को क्या होता है, people believe us because they believe in our character. अभी अच्छा ये बताओ, advocates होते हैं, even though देखो Indian law का structure क्या है कि if someone has done the murder of someone, the person whose family member got murdered, they will hire an advocate, and the person who has done the murder will also hire an advocate. Now, whether the court directly gives the judgment in the favor of the person whose family member got murdered, or it will give the chance to the murderer कि why did you murder? See, murder भी दो तरह के होते हैं, एक होता है intentional करना, एक होता है self defense में murder हो गया. So tell me one thing, where you will be released? Self defense में. तो भैया, until unless you will not listen to the other party, then how the judgment will be passed? Same is a case with our profession. In our profession, we also behave like an advocate. If you have done the murder, you have to tell your advocate that you have done the murder. Then only he will make a plan to escape you from that punishment. Same is a case with a chartered accountant. The client, if he does not want me to give a negative report, he should tell me that ki why shouldn't I give the which report? Negative. So in the process of that, he will tell me sometimes secretive information, confidential info. Sir, ऐसा ऐसा हमने लोन लिया था, वो लोन हमने रीपे नहीं किया, that money is still there with us, so please don't tell it. So these kind of secretive information must be kept secret inside you. You are not allowed to speak up to anybody because your character is like that only. So why? And I'll tell you another reason also. There is one act in India called Evidence Act. Anybody knows that? There is one act in India called Evidence Act. उसके अंदर section number 126 है. Now section number 126 of Evidence Act protects you. Even if the law will ask you something, you have every right to keep your mouth shut. तो कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी. अच्छा ये बताओ, मैं तुम्हें एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं. चलो, लेट मी आस्क यू क्वेश्चन, यू ट्राई टू गिव मी द आंसर. देयर इज वन मिस्टर ए हु इज द ऑडिटर एंड ही हैज 15 years of experience in leather industry. In the which industry? So what happened 2022 में, now he retired from the practice. He does not do the practice, he went into politics. तो 2022 में All India Leather Association invited Mr. A to be a chief guest and throw some light on the development of the leather industry. So Mr. A came as a chief guest over there. When he was standing on a stage while speaking to the public, by mistake he told some secretive information of his client whom he has served in 2015. He served that client in the which year? 7 years back. So while giving the speech, he by mistake told some secretive information of that client ki how he used to become a millionaire when he was into the leather industry. Now tell me, when did you serve? When you are speaking? After almost how many years? So tell me, are you guilty of professional misconduct? Are you guilty here or you are not guilty here? Law says that you are guilty. It doesn't matter whether you are a present auditor, past auditor. The secretive information, the confidential information of your client should die with you. There are only two possibilities under which you can break this confidentiality. Possibility number one, prior permission of client. What is the possibility number one? अगर क्लाइंट ने तुम्हें परमिशन दिया है, then only you can speak up. When you can speak up, everyone? When your client has given you the permission. So first take the permission from your client. Sir, can I share your secretive information with someone? If he has given the permission, then only you are allowed to open up your mouth. Second thing, if there is a question of law. अब मैं तुम्हें बताता हूं how the questions come in this case. Let's say for example, I was the auditor of Satyam company. Which company, everyone? Have you heard of Satyam company? Satyam is the biggest Asatyam company. Am I correct or not? It was the biggest Asatyam company. So India ka first corporate fraud was done in the which company? Satyam. So suppose I was the auditor of Satyam company. So central government, when they were doing the investigation of that fraud, they sent warrant to me also because I was the auditor of that Satyam company. अब तुम मुझे बताओ, am I also under the investigation? अब बताओ, ये this is also my personal life also or not? So if I know the secretive information of Satyam company now, should I keep my mouth shut? Or now I have to open it out? क्योंकि now the question is on my personal security. If the question will come on my personal security, then I will not keep the confidentiality. Because now it is a question of law. I am also under the investigation. If I was not under the investigation, I could have kept what? Silent. But now I am also the part of investigation. This is called question of what? Law. So tell me, under which two circumstances you can open up your mouth? Prior permission of the client or question. So tell me the four qualities which are expected from me. तो क्या होता है इंटीग्रिटी? ऑनेस्टी, सिंसियरिटी, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ऑब्जेक्टिविटी? Impartial and unbiased attitude. What do you mean by independent? No family, no financial risk. What do you mean by confidentiality? Keep your mouth shut about the sensitive confidential information of your client. You can only open up when there is a prior permission of the client or there is a question of law. Now, what is the fifth quality expected from me? Fifth quality is expected from me is known as skills and competence. What is the next point? Achha, how many of you think that after getting qualified, your life will become very easy? If you are thinking that, you are doing the biggest mistake of your life. After getting qualified, actually your life starts. It does not become easy. It becomes more difficult. अब मैं तुम्हें अपना पूरा डेली का रूटीन बताता हूं. देखो, I take almost 7 to 8 hours of class and 2 to 3 hours I spend in my practice. जब भी मैं क्लास लेता हूं, you know that कि my subjects law and auditing are such subjects that which get changed every 6 months. So many amendments comes in the law, so many amendments comes in the audit. तो मेरे को क्या होता है सर, every 6 months I have to almost buy 50 to 60 books for myself. So even after getting qualified also, learning never stops. It's been 2013 I started teaching and today it is 2022. Almost it's been a journey of 10 years. I have not stopped learning. मैंने Companies Act 1956 भी किया and I have done Companies Act 2013 with 2015 amendment, 17 amendment, 18 amendment, 19 amendment, 2021. तो I am more knowledgeable than you. Are you getting the point? तुम लोग GST कर रहे हो, मैंने VAT भी किया, मैंने सर्विस टैक्स भी किया, मैंने एक्साइज टैक्स भी किया. Are you getting the point or not? But you are doing what? GST. So what happens once you get qualified now? After getting qualified, your skill set and your competence is something which is required to be regularly polished. Are you getting the point? If today you are not skillful and today you are not competent, you will not be able to survive in the chartered accountant's life. Let me tell you one thing what I did. अभी ICA क्या करता है? How many of you know the concept of CPE? Anybody knows what is CPE? CPE का मतलब क्या होता है कि after getting qualified, you either become a non-practicing CA or you become what? Practicing. अभी ICA has made it mandatory कि if you are a practicing CA, every year without fail, 30 hours of seminar you have to attend, which is conducted by whom? ICA. We have to attend the 30 hours of seminar, which is conducted by whom? ICA. जैसे हैदराबाद चैप्टर अपना रेड हिल्स में, तो we have to go there whenever they conduct any seminar, developments of GST, developments of professional ethics, new act has come, insolvency, bankruptcy code. So ICA keeps on conducting these educational programs. Every year we have to give the 30 hours of attendance. How many hours of attendance? And for a non-practicing CA, it is 20 hours. How many hours? And when do they take this report? After every 3 years, they take this report from us. It means I have to show them that I have attended how many hours? 90 hours in how many years? 3 years. Other मेरा 90 hours का I am unable to prove, then my membership number, my COP will be cancelled. By whom? ICA. अब now question is, sir ये CPE का मतलब क्या होता है? CPE stands for Continuing Professional Education. What is the full form? मतलब ICA बोलता है कि after you become qualified, you become the most laziest person on this planet. So I don't want you to be laziest. Because so many developments are coming in the market. If you really want to serve your client in the best and the efficient and the effective manner, you have to keep yourself updated. You have to undergo through so many trainings, you have to undergo through so many seminars, and you have to learn so many new things. So remember one thing, learning is not going to be ended after getting qualified. Actually, it will start after getting qualified. Are you getting the point or not? So they are saying that always polish your what and what? Skills and competence. क्योंकि अगर आप पॉलिश नहीं करोगे तो another chartered accountant will grab your business. क्योंकि let me tell you one thing, after getting qualified, there's a huge competition in the market to survive as a chartered accountant. ऐसा नहीं है कि platter में सब कुछ आएगा and you will be able to eat a lot of money. No, little bit of hard work is required. If you are not updated, you are outdated. Repeat. you are outdated, you are obsolete, you are zero in the market. Therefore, you have to make sure that your skill set, your competence should always be updated or downgraded. Clear everyone? So this is a fifth quality which is expected from a child. ये सारी qualities क्या है? These all qualities are my character qualities. Which qualities? अभी देखो मैं बहुत honest हूं, मैं बहुत ही ज्यादा ऑनेस्ट हूं. कल बताया था ना मेरे क्लाइंट के साथ कि मैं बहुत ऑनेस्ट हूं, मैं बहुत सिंसियर हूं. ही टोल्ड मी लूट लो, तो मैंने कुछ गलत किया क्या? आई वॉज वेरी ऑनेस्ट एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. ठीक है ना? सो टेल मी व्हाट आर द थ्री क्वालिटीज ऑफ इंटीग्रिटी? रिपीट विदाउट लुकिंग. ऑनेस्टी. सेकेंड वन, ऑलवेज बी इम्पार्शियल, अनबाउंड. थर्ड वन, नो फैमिली रिलेशनशिप, confidentiality. Always have to maintain. Does it matter you are a present auditor or a past auditor, or it does not matter? When you can break it out? Prior permission of the client. Okay, next one. Skills and what? Skills and competence का मतलब क्या है? Tell me, what do you mean by the skills and competence? Skills and competence to be updated or to be outdated? अभी सिक्स्थ क्वालिटी विच इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम यू इज नोन एज विच स्किल्स. अच्छा, आज के टाइम पे मेरे को ये बताओ, हैविंग द नॉलेज ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स इज मैंडेटरी और इज इट ऑप्शनल? क्या मैंडेट मतलब तुम्हें क्या नॉलेज है कंप्यूटर की? एक स्विच ऑन करना आता है, उसके बाद ब्राउजर खोलना आता है, उसके बाद यूट्यूब खोलना आता है, इंस्टा खोलना आता है, सब करना है, यही आता है ना तुम्हें? लेकिन हमें आज के टाइम पे रिमेंबर वन थिंग, वंस यू विल गेट क्वालिफाइड, देयर इज वन कोर्स कॉल्ड डीसा. एनीबडी हर्ड? इट इज नोन एज डिप्लोमा इन इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम ऑडिट. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द कोर्स? दिस इज मैंडेटरी फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू टू डू दैट. इट्स अ 15 days कोर्स. हाउ मेनी डेज कोर्स? ICI में once you will get qualified, you have to register with the ICI. Sir, I want to do the DISA. After that 15 days they will give you the time period. One booklet they will give you. You have to read that booklet, and after that 2 hours of examination online will take place. You have to give that examination. Within 10 minutes a result will come. Then timing also you can decide when do you want to give the examination, and once the result will come, if you got more than 50 marks, you will get one DISA certificate. अभी इसका फायदा क्या है? The benefit of this is कि today 100% of the companies are running on manual accounting system or automated. Have you heard of Tally? Tally software मालूम है? Wings है, Business है, QuickBooks है, बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर है, SAP है, ERP है. Now when you will go in the market ना, it will look like an alien market to you because you are not good in computers. तो अपने को क्या करना है? So that I can sell myself at a higher rate in the market, you all have to be very good in which skills everyone? उसके लिए qualify होते ही you have to do one another course called what? DISA, Diploma in Information System Audit. And you know, after that you can write after your name also, you are ISA, Information System Auditor. Which auditor? People will start calling you from the different corners of the world if you are a DISA, because the demand of DISA is very much high in the market. So this is a sixth quality which is expected from you. Seventh quality which is expected from you is known as which skills everyone? ये मेरे अंदर बहुत है लेकिन तुम्हारे अंदर नहीं है. I know that. अच्छा, अपना biggest problem of CA fraternity student is what, which I have also gone through, कि while sitting on the other side, when I will ask the question to everyone, all of you will loudly speak. But if I call you to come onto the stage and speak about yourself for 2 minutes, everyone will start shivering. उनके legs ऐसे shiver होंगे, किट 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 ऐसा करके. What is the reason? The reason being very simple. We are lacking in confidence. We are lacking in communication skills. Some of you might be there in the class who are having more managerial skills and more administrative and more English speaking skills better than me. But let me tell you one thing. Today it's been 200 students, or it will be 2000, or it will be 20,000 in one seminar also. I can handle the crowd. Reason being very simple, because my what is very good? Communication skills. जब तुम qualify होते हो, when you get qualified, what, think logically कि when you will qualify, one day your boss will say Rohit, please come and give the presentation to the board of directors and you have an opportunity to become the CEO of the company. What you will say? Sir, sorry sir, my communication skills is not good, therefore I can't come. At that point of time, you will be, crying like anything कि why I did not develop my which skills? Communication. तो याद रखना, लाइफ में दो चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, कॉन्फिडेंस और कम्युनिकेशन. कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए बोलने का और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स होनी चाहिए. अभी तुमने देखा होगा, सम ऑफ द फैकल्टीज आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल व्हेन द कैमरा इज देयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम. कैमरा शाई होते हैं बहुत ही. they will be very much stringent when the camera is looking at them. So they are camera conscious people. It means they are lacking in what? Confidence. Communication skills is the prime important thing. तुम्हारा 50% of the interview is based upon your which skills? Communication. तो मालूम है, when you enter the interview room, the way you handshake with the interviewer, that is your 50% of the interview. Sensitive or sensible information, communication, good soft skills. You should know how to answer the other person's query. Are you getting the point? And once you become a chartered accountant and get qualified in the market, people expect you to have a good communication skills. So that's why wherever you get a chance, and if someone says you, please come onto the stage and say something or solve this doubt or speak about this particular topic, you should not lose that chance. And it takes only one chance. If one time you will come onto the stage and you will face these 200 people sitting in the class, I can guarantee you your communication skills and confidence will be very high. Because it takes only one moment to overcome your biggest fears of your life. Are you getting the point? So communication is very, very important. After that, what is expected from us is known as logical and tactful mind. Which mind, everyone? क्या होता है लॉजिकल एंड टैक्टफुल माइंड? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय टैक्टफुल? अच्छा ये बताओ, ड्यूरिंग द लाइफ you will always be meeting the good people in your life, or good as well as bad people also. अच्छे लोग भी मिलेंगे, बुरे लोग भी मिलेंगे. You should know how to tackle each one of them. Are you getting the point? अभी मेरा एक क्लाइंट है, उसको he is a director in Oracle. He is a director in Oracle, तो he files his ITR with me. तो उसका जो एवरेज एनुअल पैकेज है वो 1.5 CR है, वो 1.5 करोड़ का पैकेज है उसका. तो when he comes to me for a filing an ITR, मेरा ITR का I charge some X amount, say for example, मैंने उसको बोला कि 20,000 रुपीज I will charge. कितना कमा रहा है उन्होंने, और मैंने कितना पूछा, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला, बार्गेनिंग शुरू करेगा. He will start, सर 20,000 रुपीज, 10,000 लेके खत्म करो ना सर. मैंने कहा एक काम करो 40,000 दे दो. तो उन्होंने बोला क्या सर, वाई आर यू जोकिंग? मैंने कहा हु स्टार्टेड? सीधी सी बात है भाई, 1.5 लाख करोड़ का तुम्हारा पैकेज है एंड आई एम आस्किंग हाउ मच, व्हाट 20,000. मतलब तुम ऐसा करोगे तो 20,000 पे नीचे गिर जाएंगे. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? बट उसमें भी वो बार्गेनिंग करते हैं. तो सम क्लाइंट्स विल बी वेरी मच कनिंग पर्सनैलिटीज, some clients will be very much heartful clients, some clients will be very much soft spoken, some clients will be very much hard spoken. Means what? You will feel that ki you are meeting the different categories of the animals available in the jungle. So you should know, and you should have a which mind that point of time? Tactful. You should know how to tackle that particular person, show them the mirror. ऐसा नहीं है कि I charge from everyone the same fees. If someone is genuinely having a very less income, I do their ITR for free also. जैसे मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, अब उसका पर ईयर का पैकेज ही 4 लाख है. कितना लैक्स है? अब मैं उससे क्या चार्ज करूं? भाई मेरा फ्रेंड है, तो एक काम कर, अपना ITR दे, 2 मिनट में भर के उसको ITR भी एक्नॉलेजमेंट पकड़ा देते. देखो हमारा पर्पस क्या है? Our purpose is not to molest the client, or our purpose is not to destroy the client by asking more amount. Our purpose is higher is your turnover, higher we deserve the audit fees. Simple सी बात है. Sir, it's not about effort. Now you tell me, are you spending precious 5 years of your life in this particular course or not? So don't you think that you deserve premium once get qualified? So that client, that particular person is not giving the premium, definitely you will get angry over that or not. अच्छा, MBBS भी 5 years का होता है. After that, how much doctors charge? So much. Whatever the doctor will say, you have to pay that money. So whatever, we are also the doctors, obviously not in the medical sciences. We are the doctor in which sciences? Financial market. भाई हमें भी पैसा चाहिए. हमने भी तो 5 साल अपनी बहन की शादी छोड़ी, ब्रदर की शादी छोड़ी, so many birthday parties we have not gone, so many boyfriends and girlfriends का opportunities we have lost. Are you getting the point? भाई अब तो डिजर्व करते ना 20,000 rupees. So you should have the which mind, everyone? And last but not the least, the most important is known as professional skepticism. What is the name of the quality, everyone? ये क्या होता है? Professional skepticism means what? Professional skepticism means questioning mind. Which mind, everyone? You should never take what your client is telling you on the spot. Suppose I'm asking my client, sir, show me your financial statement, show me your balance sheet, show me your P&L. He will give you everything. If he is giving everything easy, it means daya. ACP Pradyuman. कुछ तो उसे क्या बोलते हैं? कौन सा माइंड? Questioning mind. And indirectly we call it as what? Professional. But do you remember yesterday I told you the difference between examination and investigation? What I told you, auditing starts with investigation or examination? What starts with a suspicious mind? What does not? But I am to telling you to be suspicious always. No, I am saying that have this quality inside you throughout the audit, but use it only when the need arises. Use it only when the, अगर तुम्हें लग रहा है कि something is fishy going on, some problem is there in that area, without asking only, client is giving you all the information. It means you have to start behaving like a Pradyuman. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया. Something like that. Are you getting the mind? That is called a person of which mind? Questioning mind. And in our auditing language, we call it as what? Professional skepticism. These are the 9 personal qualities which are expected from you. Are you understanding the point? So tell me the 9 personal qualities again. Meaning. Honesty. Second one, object. Always be impartial. Third one, no family. Fourth one, what is the point? Confidentiality. Always keep your ears and eyes open, but keep your mouth shut. Are you allowed to disclose the information or not allowed? Only under 2 circumstances. Prior permission of the client. What is the next one? You have to keep on updating it, polishing it at the regular intervals if you want to survive in the market. What is the next one? You have to have a good knowledge of the computers, otherwise you will not be able to survive in the market. Next one. It is very much required to handle the particular projects. And next one, logical, and you should know that how to tackle a which kind of client in which way. And what is the last one? Professional skepticism means which mind, everyone? Questioning mind. Clear, everyone? So these are known as your which qualities? Personal qualities. And what is the next qualities we should have? अच्छा, professional qualities में first quality is you should be a holder of COP. What is COP? अच्छा, what makes you a chartered accountant? What makes you a CA? You all know. What is the major difference between the two? One is not holding. One is holding. So what makes you a professional holder of what? Certificate of practice. The second thing which makes you the professional, they says that you should be expert in A and A. First A is known as what? Auditing. And the second A is known as what? Accounting. You should be expert in A and A. What is A and A? Auditing. अच्छा, ये बताओ मेरे को, you have done AS in your accounts? अकाउंट्स 1 हो गया तुम्हारा. कौन से एएस करें उसमें से? 1, 3, 4 किए? 4. अच्छा, 4 इज इन एडवांस अकाउंट. 5. अच्छा, 1, 3 एंड से बताओ एएस 10 क्या है? पीपीई, प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड. उसमें क्या पढ़ा हमने? डेप्रिसिएशन के बारे में पढ़ा, फिक्स्ड एसेट्स के बारे में पढ़ा, how to value them we have understood, how to classify them and how do they be disclosed, everything we have understood. अब तो मुझे ये बताओ, auditing, can I say that auditing starts when the accounting ends? Auditing कब होता है? During the year or after the end of the year? So during those 365 days, what was happening? Accounting. And after that, what starts? So auditing is an examination of what? So you have to be expert only in auditing, or you have to be expert in both. Because what we are examining, that also we should know na. So can I say that you should be expert in essays and you should be expert in AS? SS stands for? AS stands for? That is the reason you are doing that in your portion. Otherwise, you think logically. What is the name of our subject? Our profession. The name of our profession is Chartered Accountant. Is it written Chartered Auditor? Chartered Financial Manager? Chartered Cost Auditor? No. So what is the name? Chartered. Why not all the 8 subjects are accounting? Because they don't want you to have only the knowledge of one discipline. They want you to have the knowledge of what? Multiple. And out of the multiple discipline, they want you to be expert in 2. What are the 2? Because this is not possible if you don't know accounting. Auditing starts when what ends? Accounting. तो तुम्हें expert होना पड़ेगा AS में as well as SAS. Clear everyone? This is your second professional quality. What is my third professional quality? I should have the advanced knowledge. I should have advanced knowledge in law and taxation of the country. I should have the advanced knowledge in the law and taxation. Can I say that I am writing the name of the subjects which you have in intermediate level? पहले में क्या लिखा? Auditing, accounting. अभी क्या लिख रहे हैं अपन? अच्छा ये बताओ, लॉ में तुमने क्या क्या पढ़ा है? कंपनी लॉ, नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स एक्ट, जनरल क्लॉजेस एक्ट, इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ स्टैट्यूट्स, एंड यू हैव द इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट. इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में स्पेशल यू आर लर्निंग इन इंटरमीडिएट एंड द जनरल यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन एट फाउंडेशन. फाउंडेशन में यू हैव लर्नड LLP, यू हैव लर्न पार्टनरशिप, सेल ऑफ गुड्स एक्ट एंड कंपनीज एक्ट का इंट्रोडक्शन अप टू डॉक्ट्राइन्स. एम आई करेक्ट? अभी फाइनल में तुम क्या पढ़ोगे? फिर से कंपनीज एक्ट पढ़ोगे एंड यू विल लर्न सेबी, यू विल लर्न पामला एक्ट, प्रिवेंशन ऑफ मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग एक्ट, you will learn competition act, you will learn FEMA act. अच्छा, what is the reason we are learning so many laws? क्योंकि they are actually going to be used in your profession. अब मान लो मेरे पास एक क्लाइंट है, वो क्लाइंट इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट का बिजनेस करता है. कौन सा? तो जब वो इंपोर्ट करता है, he makes the payment in Indian currency or foreign currency, and when he export he gets the payment in what? Foreign currency. अब तुम मुझे बताओ, उसके ऊपर FEMA एक्ट एप्लीकेबल होगा? फेमा का मतलब क्या है? फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट है. उसके ऊपर फेमा एप्लीकेबल होगा. इसका मतलब आई शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ फेमा आल्सो. एंड माय क्लाइंट हु इज डूइंग द इंपोर्ट एंड एक्सपोर्ट बिजनेस इज अ कंपनी. इट मींस आई शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ व्हाट? इज अ लिस्टेड कंपनी. आई शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ सेबी. तो आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? तो यू शुड हैव व्हिच नॉलेज एवरीवन? एडवांस नॉलेज इन व्हिच 2 डिसिप्लिन्स? So what are the 4 disciplines we have talked about? Auditing, accounting, law and tax. Abhi the next point I'll write it below. 4th point, in our profession, you should be having the proficient knowledge in various other disciplines. Don't worry, these are not the notes you are going to get. You are going to get a proper notes. Are you getting the point? It is already written. It is just that in the my problem is I can't keep my hands idle. I have to write it. मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम, मेरे अंदर ये एक बहुत बड़ा कीड़ा है कि मेरे को लिखना बहुत पसंद है. तो I keep on writing and I think it is serving the purpose for you as well. Are you understanding what I am writing? What is the point I used? अच्छा ये बताओ, if you have observed in the point number 2, 3 and 4, I have used 3 different words. But meaning is same. What is the first word I use? Expert. Second में मैंने क्या लिखा? Advanced. Third में मैंने क्या लिखा? Proficient. इसका मतलब तुम्हें highest level of knowledge किसमें होनी चाहिए? A and A. Accounting and उससे थोड़ा सा कम advanced knowledge किसमें होनी चाहिए? और उससे थोड़ा सा कम what is the third knowledge? Proficient. अब समझ में आ रहा है how it is happening? So proficient knowledge in what? You should have a proficient knowledge in what? मैनेजमेंट. अच्छा ये बताओ, डू यू हैव अ स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट सब्जेक्ट? उसमें हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? स्ट्रेटेजी. मैनेजमेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? बता दो मेरे को. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड कॉल्ड मैनेजमेंट? अच्छा ये देखो, अगर अपन देखें ना, मीनिंग इज रिटन इन द वर्ड, ये क्या लिखा हुआ है, ये वर्ड क्या है? मैनेज योर मेन टैक्टफुली। आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग द पॉइंट? मैनेजमेंट का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? मैनेज मेन टैक्टफुली। मेन क्या है? मेरा रिसोर्सेज है। टैक्टफुली मींस ऑप्टिमम यूटिलाइजेशन और अंडर यूटिलाइजेशन। तो मैनेजिंग योर मेन टैक्टफुली मींस व्हाट? गेटिंग थिंग्स डन बाय अदर्स। तो मुझे ये बताओ, एज अ सीए शुड यू हैव दिस क्वालिटी और नॉट? तुम्हारे अंदर कितने सारे बफेलोस काम करेंगे पता है? So many articles will work and you have to manage them. You have to throw them to the different clients. So you have to manage their work properly or not? So you should have the knowledge of what? Management. समझ में आया knowledge first? Second knowledge, they says that you should have the knowledge of secretarial practices. Which practices everyone? Secretarial practices. Secretarial. एक तो spelling नहीं आता मेरे को. Secretarial practices. अच्छा ये बताओ, मैनेजमेंट एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चैप्टर यू हैव डन इन लॉ, उसमें हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा है? नोटिस। पहले बताओ, इफ आई वांट टू कॉल एन एजीएम, हाउ मेनी मिनिमम डेज ऑफ नोटिस आई हैव टू सर्व? 21। लेकिन अगर मैं सेक्शन 8 कंपनी हूं तो 14 डेज। आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? अच्छा, नोटिस भेज दिया, मीटिंग विल टेक प्लेस, मीटिंग में कोरम इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द फर्स्ट 30 मिनट्स। इफ द कोरम इज नॉट प्रेजेंट, मीटिंग विल बी एडजर्न नेक्स्ट वीक, सेम टाइम सेम प्लेस। अच्छा, फिर प्रॉक्सी का कॉन्सेप्ट भी पढ़ा हमने। क्या होता है प्रॉक्सी? इफ द मेंबर डज नॉट कम, कैन ही सेंड हिज प्रॉक्सी और नॉट? तो फिर हमने रेजोल्यूशन भी पढ़ा, दो तरह के होते हैं, ओआर, एसआर, थर्ड होता है यूनानिमस। आई वेर 100% इज रिक्वायर्ड। फिर हमने पढ़ा कि उसके बाद मिनट्स हम लोग फॉलो करते हैं। व्हाट इज मिनट्स? समरी ऑफ द मीटिंग इज नोन एज व्हाट? मिनट्स। कौन प्रिपेयर करता है? कंपनी सेक्रेटरी। तो मैंने क्या लिखा यहां पे? Practices. It means you should have the knowledge of those areas also. Secretarial practices, notices, meetings, quorum, proxy, voting. All these knowledges are also required by whom? A chartered accountant. What is the next knowledge? You should have the knowledge of which management? अच्छा ये बताओ, do you have this subject also? क्या पढ़ा है? फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट। अच्छा, नॉट येट स्टार्टेड। मैं तुम्हें बताता हूं, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट का मतलब क्या होता है कि हाउ टू मैनेज योर व्हाट? Finances. Abhi listen to this very carefully. If I buy a machinery of 10 crore rupees and if I replace my old machinery by buying the new machinery worth rupees what? 10 crores and I'm getting the benefit of 8 crores only, is it a good decision? My cost is higher or my benefit is higher? इसे बोलते हैं फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजंस चैप्टर। विच चैप्टर? कि जब तुम इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो ऑलवेज डू द कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस। डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? अच्छा, ये अपना हो गया फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट। नाउ यू, अच्छा करंट रेशियो मालूम है क्या होती है? डेट बाय इक्विटी रेशियो मालूम है? वो बायबैक में पढ़ी होगी तुमने। क्या होती है डेट बाय इक्विटी रेशियो? इट शुड नॉट बी मोर देन व्हाट? 2:1। तो उस चैप्टर को हम लोग बोलते हैं क्या एवरीवन? रेशियो। सो दीज ऑल थिंग्स यू आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इन विच मैनेजमेंट? तो तुम्हें स्मॉल नॉलेजेस ऑफ दीज प्रैक्टिसेस आल्सो यू शुड हैव। यू शुड आल्सो हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ बिहेवियरल साइंसेस। यू शुड आल्सो हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ विच साइंसेस? अच्छा ये बताओ, अभी हमने एक क्वालिटी करी थी, व्हाट इज दिस क्वालिटी? विच माइंड? व्हाट डज दैट मीन? इट मीन्स यू शुड नो हाउ टू डील विद द डिफरेंट पर्संस और नॉट? तो दैट इज नथिंग बट यू शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ विच साइंसेस? क्या होता है बिहेवियरल साइंसेस? रिमेंबर वन थिंग, एज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट यू हैव टू डेवलप वन क्वालिटी कि यू शुड सी द फेस ऑफ द क्लाइंट एंड यू शुड ऑटोमेटिकली रीड इट इन अ सच वे यू शुड नो दैट व्हाट इज हिज रिक्वायरमेंट। जैसे से फॉर एग्जांपल मैं तुम्हें अभी बताता हूं, अभी सपोज इफ अ वेरी बोरिंग काइंड ऑफ सब्जेक्ट इज गोइंग ऑन एंड यू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट, you might have seen that slowly you will slip below your table. ऐसा करके ऐसा करके बस सोने की पोजीशन आने वाली। फिर 15 मिनट के बाद जब सर करते हो तो तुम ऐसा खड़े हो जाते हो। इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट लेक्चर और नॉट इंटरेस्टेड। सर देखो, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट यू शुड लव एवरीवन एंड एवरी सब्जेक्ट। तुम्हारा ब्रेन ऑटोमेटिकली चॉइसेस बनाता है कि मेरे को क्या सुनना है और क्या नहीं सुनना है। तो इट्स नॉट दैट नो वन कैन फोर्स यू टू लर्न or no one can force you to listen anything. Acha, if you all are gazing at me right now, it means you are interested in listening what I'm trying to tell. Are you getting the point? तो इसे हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? इसे हम लोग बोलते हैं which sciences? Behavioral science. अच्छा मान लो if I'm telling you something and this girl sitting in the front bench, she raised her eyebrows, ऐसा करके बैठी. So it means I will automatically come to know that she is having some doubt. She did not understand this. That is called reading the body language. All that qualities who should have? Auditor should have. Auditor should also have the knowledge of what? Economics. This one you have learned in what? Foundation. बताना कौन कौन सी economics you know? Macro. क्या पढ़ा माइक्रो में? Law of demand, law of supply. Macro में क्या पढ़ा? Agriculture, industry, national income. ये पढ़ा ना सब? So why you should have the knowledge of economics? Because we should know that what is happening around us. अच्छा ये बताओ इकोनॉमिक्स की नॉलेज तो तुम्हें एसएम में भी आई है. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग देयर इज वन एनवायरनमेंट कॉल्ड माइक्रो मैक्रो. एसएल करके पढ़ा होगा तुमने. एसएल में ई स्टैंड्स फॉर व्हाट? इकोनॉमिक एनवायरनमेंट. एंड अनदर ई स्टैंड्स फॉर व्हाट? इकोलॉजिकल एनवायरनमेंट. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट और नॉट? तो इकोनॉमिक्स की नॉलेज भी होनी चाहिए. तो ऑल दीज डिसिप्लिन्स, तो यू कैन सी दैट कि वी आर मास्टर ऑफ वन थिंग और वी आर मास्टर ऑफ सो मेनी थिंग्स. तो हमें किसकी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए? Auditing. That makes me professional. I should also have the knowledge of what? Accounting. I should have the knowledge of what? Law, taxation. I should have the knowledge of what? This thing. Management, secretarial practices, financial management, behavioral sciences, economics. So can I say that a chartered accountant is a package of all these things? All these things makes you what? Professional. Did you get the point? So this is what brings an end to our topic called what? What is the name of the topic? So if I have to ask you, can you clearly bifurcate what are your personal qualities and professional? Tell me your personal, only the names. Integrity, objectivity, independence, confidentiality, skills and competence, computer skills, communication skills, logical and tactful skills, professional, skepticism. Tell me your professional. Holder of COP, expert knowledge in accounting and auditing, advanced knowledge in law and taxation, and proficient knowledge in these sciences. What are these? Management, secretarial practice, financial management, behavioral sciences, and economics. Is it clear, everyone? This is also a part of our essay 200. So far we are doing essay 200 only. This is also the part of our essay 200. अच्छा हमने इतना टाइम क्यों इन्वेस्ट किया यहाँ पे? Because I'm going to save my time when I'll be telling you the basic principles governing an audit. They are nothing but all the personal qualities which we have written. We are going to repeat it again in that particular topic. So we have already understood here. So there we can save our time, right? Now the next topic which you have in your examination is known as what are the objectives of audit. What is the name? This is also a part of essay 200 only. No need to write anything. Just concentrate. Right now, if you are making the running notes, that is very well and good. जब हम objectives की बात करते हैं ना, it is again divided into two parts. What are the two objectives? Primary and secondary. अच्छा ये बताओ, डॉक्टर का सबसे प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होता है? What is the primary objective of every doctor? To save the life of his what? Patient. तो जैसे डॉक्टर का प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है वैसे सेम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स आल्सो हैव द व्हिच ऑब्जेक्टिव? प्राइमरी. अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना, मैं क्या बोलता हूं. पहले ऑडिटिंग का एग्जांपल बताओ. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ऑडिटिंग? ऑडिटिंग इज एन एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. तो मैं इन माय ऑल प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव व्हाट इज द वर्ड विल कम? अब सुनना ध्यान से. नाउ सी, व्हाट इज माय फर्स्ट प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव? My first primary objective is to report on what? Financial statement. Do we give the certificate on financial statement or report? What is the difference between certificate and report? In the report, we give what? Opinion. Opinion means guarantee. You are just an expression of thought. Expression of thought. So is it an absolute assurance or reasonable assurance? So remember one thing, it is your responsibility कि whenever you are going to the client, you have to tell to the client कि don't expect me to give you the guarantee. I'm here to give you only what? Opinion. So let me tell you one thing, why it is our responsibility. Sir, client should know that. Client has not read the chartered accountancy course. You have done that. Client might be in the wrong impression कि I am hiring Rohit Grover as an auditor, so Rohit Grover will give me the guarantee. So it is whose responsibility to clarify that thought in the minds of the client? Auditors. So what is my first primary objective? Is to report on what? Finance. अच्छा ये बताओ, when I talk about report on financial statements are prepared by whom? Auditor or management? Financial statements are prepared as per SAS or AS? What is AS? तो मेरा second objective क्या है? To check that financial statements are prepared in accordance with what? AS, accounting standards. Inconsistently or consistently? Can you change the accounting standard every year? Or every year has to be followed consistently? Where we have learned that? AS1. What are the three fundamental assumptions of every business? Going concern, accrual, consistency. So मेरा देखो, in this one also my word came what? Financial statement, and in the first one also came my word called what? Financial. तो अभी मेरे को दोनों ऑब्जेक्टिव्स बताओ. मेरा पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? रिपोर्ट. इज इट अ गारंटी और ओपिनियन? एब्सोल्यूट और रीजनेबल? व्हाट इज माय सेकंड ऑब्जेक्टिव? टू चेक दैट की फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर प्रिपेयर्ड इन अकॉर्डेंस विद अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड कंसिस्टेंटली. एंड व्हाट इज माय थर्ड थिंग? माय थर्ड थिंग इज दैट टू ensure that financial statements are prepared as per AFRF. ये वर्ड जो है ना, तुम्हें पूरा 1000 times we are going to use in our total auditing. So it's better that you should learn the meaning of this word now only. What is the word I used? AF. इसे हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Applicable Financial Reporting Framework. What is the full form? Auditor को पता होना चाहिए, he should already have the knowledge कि what his client is under which kind of laws. What do you mean by applicable financial reporting framework? I should have the knowledge of my client's laws and regulation. अच्छा ये बताओ, अगर मेरा client import export business में है, so tell me one thing, is he going to file GST returns or custom returns? And if he is into the manufacturing? If my client is a listed company, which laws knowledge I should have? SEBI as well as Companies Act. If my client is a bank, banking regulation. So I should have the knowledge of his what? Laws and regulation. And I have to see that his financial statements are prepared as per what? AFRF. What is AFRF? Applicable. Now I am going to break down the AFRF into parts. AFRF means knowledge of which one? Laws and regulation. And tell me one thing, how do you prepare the financial statement? As per Schedule 6 or Schedule 3? That also I have to check as an auditor कि his financial statement are prepared as per Schedule 3. अच्छा ये बताओ, do you have accounting policies or not? Accounting policies should be changed every year, should be followed consistently. So I have to check that also. So all these three things put together is known as what? AFR. So instead of writing these three words, we can use one word only. AFRF. Repeat, what is that? Applicable Financial Reporting. Who has to check that? Audit. तो अब तुम मुझे ये बताओ, in all the 3 points, what is the common thing you found? Financial statement, financial statement, financial statement. सर कहीं पे भी मैंने बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स लिखा? तो अवर प्राइमरी फोकस इज ऑन व्हाट? फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. तो मेरे को पहला बताओ, मेरा पहला फोकस क्या है? रिपोर्ट करना. किसके ऊपर? फाइनेंस. दूसरा फोकस क्या है? चेक करना दैट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर प्रिपेयर्ड इन अकॉर्डेंस विद व्हाट? अकाउंटिंग. मेरा थर्ड फोकस क्या है? कि चेक करना कि फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर बीइंग प्रिपेयर्ड एज पर AFRF. And when we talk about the AFRF, what is AFRF? Laws and regulations should be followed. Schedule 3 should be followed. accounting policy should be followed. And मेरा fourth and the most important primary objective is to check that financial statements are free from ROMM due to frauds and errors. तो मुझे ये बताओ, ये जो रतन टाटा सर है, कौन है रतन टाटा? चेयरमैन ऑफ टाटा ग्रुप्स. तो ये जो रतन टाटा सर है, does he know that what is happening in his company below level? Everything is known. Some things he knows, some things he does not know. That's why he is hiring a whom? Chartered accountant. कि भैया you do the audit and let me know, do we have any kinds of what? Frauds and errors. Frauds and errors को हम लोग auditing language में क्या बोलते हैं? ROMM. What is ROMM? Risk of material misstatements. What is the full form? अच्छा मेरे को ये बताओ, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, यू नो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. टेल मी व्हाट आर द टू प्लेसेस वेयर द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक कम्स. एक तो आता है ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में विथ साइड क्रेडिट साइड, फिर आता है अपना बैलेंस शीट में विथ साइड एसेट्स. करेक्ट है. अच्छा ये बताओ, अगर मैं अपने क्लोजिंग स्टॉक में, थिंक लॉजिकली, इफ आई विल एड 2 zeros in my closing stock, what will happen? Gross profit will decrease or increase? Net profit will decrease or increase? And my assets will decrease or increase? My balance sheet will be pumped up. Are you getting the point? But tell me one thing, that is a fraud or not? And problem with the inventory is it comes on the two sides of the balance sheet, two sides in the financial statement. One is credit effect, one is debit effect. It is a self-revealing error or non-self-revealing error. It is very difficult to detect until and unless auditor does not have that knowledge. He will not be able to understand. और हम लोग इससे अपन पता क्या बोलते हैं? We call it as window dressing. We call it as which dressing, everyone? अच्छा ये बताओ, मैं तुम्हें एक कॉन्सेप्ट बताता हूं. हम लोग मॉल्स में जाते हैं. When we go to the malls, do we check that in the malls big showrooms are there, and at the beginning of the showroom, in their entrance gate, only 2 statues on left side, 2 statues on the right side, and they are wearing the most beautiful clothes. We get attracted to those clothes, we go inside, and as and when we see the tag, we come outside. Are you getting the point? So that is called shopping, or that is called window shopping. Window shopping का मतलब क्या होता है? जस्ट अपनी आंखें सेकने जाते हैं अपन, जस्ट टू मेक आवरसेल्व्स श्योर दैट कि व्हाट इज अ न्यू ट्रेंड एंड व्हाट इज अ न्यू फैशन कमिंग द मार्केट. हम लोग जाते हैं, पूरे कपड़े देखते हैं, जैसे ही टैग देखते ना, प्राइस टैग देख के बाहर आ जाते. सेम इज अ केस विद द क्लाइंट. कंपनीज भी यही करती है. कंपनीज क्या करती है? अपनी फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स को ऐसा ड्रेस करती है कि बैंक्स विल गेट अट्रैक्टेड टू दैट एंड दे विल स्टार्ट गिविंग यू व्हाट? लोन्स. Investors will get attracted to that. Investors will start doing what? Investment. And they take that money and they manipulate that money and pour. Whose money is lost? Lenders as well as what? Investors. They should not do that. Who has to check that? Audit. उसे हम लोग बोलते हैं ROMM. What is ROMM? Risk of material misstatement. Risk of material misstatement due to what? Frauds and errors. अब समझ में आया सर? तो my 4 objectives are clearly went inside your head. Tell me my 4 objectives. To report, to see that accounting standards are consistently followed in preparation of accounting standard, to see that financial statements are prepared as per AFRF. What is AFRF? Applicable financial. And to check that financial statements are free from ROMM. What is ROMM? Risk of material misstatement which may happen due to fraud. और देखो सर, अपन क्या है? ऑडिटर है. अपन कभी भी गारंटी क्यों नहीं देते? क्योंकि लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल रिलायंस की बात करते हैं. रिलायंस में डेली 1.32 बिलियन ट्रांजैक्शंस टेक्स प्लेस. हाउ मेनी? इसको 365 डेज से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो 365 बिलियन ट्रांजैक्शंस होगी. Which person on this planet can verify each and every transaction? Can you or you can't? हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Which testing? Sample testing. तो sample testing means what? I will do 1000 transactions or maximum 2000 transactions I will check. It means crores and crores of transactions. I checked or did not check? Now tell me one thing. All the frauds and errors are detected or some remain undetected? That is the reason we never give a what? Guarantee. We only express what? हम लोग कभी भी क्लाइंट को ये नहीं बोल सकते भाई मैं गारंटी देता हूं तुम्हारे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट में फ्रॉड नहीं है, एरर नहीं है. कैन वी से दैट? क्योंकि आई डिड नॉट डू द कंप्लीट ऑडिट, आई डिड द टेस्ट ऑडिट. विच ऑडिट? तो वी कैन नेवर गिव द गारंटी. दैट्स व्हाई वी ओनली एंड ओनली एक्सप्रेस एन ओपिनियन. तो यहां पे हम लोग क्लाइंट को कभी भी एश्योरेंस एब्सोल्यूट नहीं देते. वी ऑलवेज गिव अ रीजनेबल एश्योरेंस. अभी ये मेरे कौन से ऑब्जेक्टिव है? प्राइमरी. सर प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव होने के बाद ऑडिटर फ्री हो जाएगा? नहीं नहीं नहीं. प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव के बाद नाउ द टर्न इज फॉर विच ऑब्जेक्टिव? अभी मेरा सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव नंबर 1, आई विल चेक द क्लाइंट्स इंटरनल कंट्रोल सिस्टम. विच सिस्टम? अब मेरे को ये बताओ. ओके, डू यू हैव कैमरा? हाँ कैमराज है ना. एक ही है क्या? अच्छा 2, एक और है 3. अच्छा ये 3 कैमरे क्यों लगाए हैं इंस्टीट्यूट ने? कुछ तो है ना. अगर तुम क्लास में मान लो यू आर टचिंग द एसी, या तुम एसी का फ्लैप निकाल के ले गए और तुमने फैन को खोल लिया, ये कैमरा, ये इतना इक्विपमेंट्स पड़े हैं. सो मेनी इक्विपमेंट्स आर देयर. डू दे वांट टू गेट इट स्टोलन और दे डू नॉट वांट टू? But more important, they want you to behave in a disciplined manner in the class. So that is called as internal control system of this institute. अच्छा बैंक, अपन एक बैंक की बात करते हैं. अच्छा बैंक में outside the bank, do you have any security guard with gun or without gun? Okay. Inside you go the bank. Bank is with cameras or without cameras? Why cameras are required? क्योंकि बैंक deals in small money or huge money. So many cameras. So that is called internal control system of a bank. जब तुम कैशियर के काउंटर पे जाते हो कैश डिपॉजिट करवाने, how many of you have gone to deposit the cash in the bank? Very few. So when you go to the cashier and you deposit the bank, do you see that cashier के काउंटर में specially 4-5 cameras are there? भाई ये एंगल, ये एंगल, ये एंगल, ये एंगल, ये एंगल, मतलब not even a single note should get misplaced. That is the reason or not? And have you ever seen the locker services in the bank? Locker services पहले तो इतना बड़ा चेस्ट रूम होता है, उसका इतना मोटा गेट होता है, ऐसा they open, you will go inside and locker में always 2 keys are there. One key is with the manager, one with the customer. Both the keys will go inside, turn in the same position, then only locker can be opened. These are known as internal कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स ऑफ द बैंक. अब मैं तुम्हें क्वेश्चन जो पूछूंगा ना, मेरे को ध्यान से आंसर देना. आई वॉज डूइंग द ऑडिट ऑफ द आईसीआईसीआई बैंक एंड आई वॉज डूइंग द ऑडिट ऑफ द इलाहाबाद बैंक. इन द आईसीआईसीआई बैंक आई सॉ दैट 40 कैमराज आर देयर एंड ऑल 40 आर वर्किंग. देयर आर 2 सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स. देयर आर सो मेनी चेक्स आर हैपनिंग इन द बैंक. एंड इन द इलाहाबाद बैंक 20 cameras are there, 2 are working. How many are working? And there is a security guard without gun, that too 70 years old. अब तुम मुझे बताओ, whose internal control system is strong, who's weak? So my audit will become easier in which company? Can I trust their internal control system? Yes. So that is my not primary objective, that is my second. मेरा primary objective fulfill होने के बाद I will shift my focus from primary toward secondary. In checking their which system? Internal. और तो internal control system में I am going to check. What I am going to check? I am going to check their efficacy. Which efficacy, everyone? Sorry. I am going to check their efficacy. Efficacy word has come from the 3 words. Efficiency, effectiveness, and adequacy. Right or not? तो ये तीनों वर्ड्स को मर्ज करके there is one word. What is the word? Efficacy. तो I am going to check the efficacy of it. तो whenever the word internal control system will come, व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग गोइंग टू कम टू योर माइंड, प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी? चलो, मेरा फर्स्ट सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव इज ओवर. नाउ सेकंड सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव, आई विल चेक द जीसी. व्हाट इज जीसी? गोइंग कंसर्न. अच्छा ये बताओ, lot of users are there. Who are the users? Leave the management. Other than management. अच्छा, अगर मैं तुम्हें बोलूं कि there is one company called LIC. अभी LIC का IPO is coming and LIC is asking you to invest a lot of money in their company. But auditor report says that कि LIC's going concern is zero. Means what? LIC is going to be a future company or its going concern is zero? What do you mean by going concern is zero? But the future is certain or uncertain? Future is good or very bad? What will be your investment decision? You would like to invest or you would not like to invest? That is the same thing auditor checks on his client. क्योंकि lenders are going to use my financial statement. Investors are going to use my financial statement. Creditors are going to use my financial statement. So it is my responsibility to tell them that the client for whom I am doing the audit, is he going concern wise strong or is he going concern wise weak? क्योंकि अगर तो strong है, they will start investing more, they will start lending more, they will start giving the more goods on credit. But if it is weak, sir मेरे को ये बताओ, prevention is better than cure? I'm doing that only, na? But for myself or for my users? But this is my primary objective or secondary? Second. So what was my secondary objective number one? What is the second one? My third secondary objective is to detect frauds and errors. Sir, ये secondary है. We तो thought that it is primary. By primary, it is whose responsibility? Management. Who is running the business for 365 days? Who knows each and everything about the business? So how do you expect that I will detect the frauds and error? I am coming there for 365 days or only 10 days? So limited time or unlimited time? I expect management to detect the frauds and error. But if the management is poor, then the whole responsibility comes on whose shoulder? But is this my primary objective or secondary? Who's primary? So tell me one thing, what is the 3 points I told you? ICS, GC and detection of frauds and error. If these are my secondary, then it means these three are whose primary? So if they will ask you this question, briefly explain the primary objectives of the management, will you be able to write? Internal control system, going concern, detection of frauds and error is the primary objective of whom? That's why it is secondary objective of whom? अच्छा, say for example, ये बंदा है जो, what is your name? मनोज. अभी मनोज की गर्लफ्रेंड है क्या? चाहिए? हाँ, चाहिए तो ऐसे पूछ रहे जैसे अवेलेबल है. उन्होंने भी इंटरेस्ट हो गया, सर क्या गर्लफ्रेंड बांट रहे क्या? ऐसे सुनो, तो मनोज है. अभी मेरे को मनोज के ऊपर शक था. मैंने कहा यार मनोज तू अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ रहा. कहता नहीं सर मैं पूरी रात पढ़ता हूं. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने मनोज का पीछा किया. आई फॉलोड द मनोज. तो मैंने इवनिंग को जैसे ही क्लास से बाहर जाता है, पहले जाता है मैकडी. मैकडी में कौन इंतजार कर रहा है इसका? गर्लफ्रेंड. उसके बाद इन्हों देखने गए KGF चैप्टर 2, ठीक है ना. वहां पे भी मैंने 3-4 फोटोग्राफ्स खींच ली इनकी. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे मनोज के फादर मेरे पास आए. सर आप तो बोल रहे थे मेरा लौंडा बिगड़ा हुआ है. मैंने कहा सर आपका लौंडा बिगड़ा हुआ है. कहते आप कैसे बोल रहे? मैंने कहा मेरे पास प्रूफ है. मैंने जाके 5 फोटोग्राफ्स दिखाई, उनको दिखाई, ठीक है ना. वो 5 फोटोग्राफ में ये क्या कर रहा था वो नहीं दिखाया, नॉर्मल वाली फोटोग्राफ्स दिखाई. ये दोनों पता क्या कर रहे? पॉपकॉर्न डाल रहे थे एक दूसरे के मुंह में. बताओ, कोई ऐसा फ्रेंड होता है, कोई ऐसा फ्रेंड होता है कि पॉपकॉर्न खाएंगे? वो फ्रेंड से ज्यादा होते हैं. तो इसको मैंने कहा ये देखो फोटोग्राफ नंबर 1 2 3 4 5. एक में ये इसके मुंह में डाल रहा है, वो इसके मुंह में डाल रहा है, ये इसके मुंह में डाल रहा है, वो इसके मुंह में डाल. समझ में आ रहा है? तो मैंने पापा को पढ़ा. अभी पापा मेरे सामने इसको दे 1 2 4 5, मैंने 5 फोटोग्राफ दिखाई थी. इंटू 5 उन्होंने स्लैब्स लगाए, इसे 25 स्लैब लगाए. अब मेरे को यार पापा माने कैसे? विद प्रूफ और विदाउट प्रूफ। तो जब मैं क्लाइंट को बोल रहा हूं कि सर आपका इंटरनल कंट्रोल सिस्टम बहुत पुअर है, सर आपकी जो गोइंग कंसर्न है वो बिल्कुल वर्स्ट है, सर आपके कंपनी में फ्रॉड्स एंड एरर्स है, तो मेरे को क्लाइंट क्या बोलेगा? ए हाउले, इफ एनी proof is there then only come to me, without proof should I go or should not go? Do I want to listen the bad words from the client's mouth or I don't want to listen? So I will do my homework. So if I'm talking something about their internal control system, going concern and frauds and errors, so my fourth objective is obtain SAAE. What do I have to obtain? Sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. What is the full form? Sufficient and appropriate audit. मेरे पास इतना ऑडिट एविडेंस होना चाहिए और इतना रिलायबल ऑडिट एविडेंस होना चाहिए कि क्लाइंट शुड अग्री विथ मी कि वट एवर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हिज इंटरनल कंट्रोल सिस्टम, वट एवर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हिज गोइंग कंसर्न, वट एवर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हिज फ्रॉड्स एंड एरर, एवरीथिंग इज ट्रू एंड करेक्ट. Did you get the point or not? So this is what my 4 primary objectives and this is what my 4 secondary objectives. तो मेरे को पहले 4 प्राइमरी बता दो, उसके बाद 4 सेकेंडरी बता दो, फिर देखते हैं अपन कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते. बताओ जल्दी जल्दी 4 प्राइमरी. हाँ सर थैंक यू. ये क्या है? सिंगल. आप बताओ अम्मा. देखा, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल. थर्ड वन AFRF, फ्रॉड चैनल. ओके सर. ब्लू शर्ट. अरे यू ओनली वेयरिंग ब्लू शर्ट अलॉन्ग विद द ऑरेंज. ब्लू शर्ट. अरे तू नहीं पहनी है मेरे भाई, भूल गया क्या कौन सी शर्ट पहन के है? अरे बताओ व्हाट आर माय सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. अरे हेल्प नहीं करना यारो प्लीज यार. व्हाट आर माय सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स? क्या चेक करेंगे? इंटरनल कंट्रोल सिस्टम स्ट्रांग है या वीक है. व्हाट इज माय सेकेंड वन? सेकेंड वन. थर्ड वन डिटेक्शन ऑफ फ्रॉड्स. अच्छा, whether their ICS is poor or good, going concern is poor or good, frauds are there or not, for that we have to collect what? What is that evidence? SAAE, sufficient and appropriate. Clear everyone? समझ में आया? So आज हमने 2 very important topics करे. What are the 2 important topics we have done? Qualities of an auditor and objectives of an audit. Clear है? So within 1 or 2 days I will be giving you the notes. Right or not? That notes you can refer it and you can keep it with you till the time of your examination, because I'll give you the Google Drive link. As I already told you, whatever we'll be writing, these daily basis what I'm writing, that also I'll give you, and already written notes of 327 pages, that also I'll give it to you. ठीक है? Along with that, one printed book in the PDF form also I'll give you relating to auditing. And as I told you that over the period of time, once our 60-70 portion of the audit will be over, we'll be discussing the MCQ booklet, and in the last, if the time will allow, we'll discuss the RTPs and MTPs also. Right? Thank you so much everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for lending your patient ears. कल मिलते हैं. ठीक है? Bye everyone. ठीक है, हो गया.